Hi guys, and welcome back to the Groom Gallagher mansion. Okay, let's choose the zinnias. I would like the orange flowers. They're so striking.
Yes, they are.
Hey, are you actually any good at flower arrangement? I want to see this bouquet.
Honestly, I have no idea what I'm doing, but I need to play it as coy as possible. Do you think they'll make a good centerpiece?
Heck yeah! Orange is a great color and flavor.
They're quite sentimental flowers. And I suppose that neither of us can simply drop sentimentality so easily.
True, you likely have moved on from his mansion otherwise.
And you wouldn't be here either. I trust you understand the significance. Now, what accoutrements would you like to add to this? There are so many, and I want to see what you pick.
Ooh, pick something he won't expect. Something really bold.
What could possibly stand out as bold against these bright orange flowers? Here, these lilies. The ruddy pink is striking, and these stripes are so eye-catching.
The Peruvian lilies are certainly eye-catching. You seem to be quite a maximalist.
Elias blushes. I'm quite used to exuberance in my life. Now, how about these white-tipped ones with pink interiors?
So much pink! But the pear blossoms and their white tips do add a particular gentleness.
Is it that gentle? Honestly, these three flowers together, added piece by piece into the glass vase, are blaring at me. I didn't think they'd be so forceful when combined.
So, how's it looking? Is he impressed? If you get a chance, take a picture. Wait, are they ghost flowers? Can you even take pictures of ghost flowers?
Elias, seeing as how these aren't exactly normal flowers, how long will this bouquet last?
As long as we both desire it and tend to it.
I've not attended to spirit flowers before.
It's easier than you may imagine, but you have to listen to them first. They say much more than you expect.
What is this bouquet saying now?
Collectively, that your loneliness leads you to needing.
Needing what? Yes, dear Elias?
A friend.
Oh.
Quick! Pick something a bit more dramatic.
Hitler's right, but I have to be more careful, maybe more thoughtful. If the flowers are trying to speak to me, okay, just breathe and try to pick something that isn't so striking, and a courtiment, like Elias suggested. Doesn't have to be big, doesn't have to be fancy. May I add these smaller flowers to the bouquet?
The Queen Anne's lace. Yes, that is a very interesting choice.
Explain it to me, please. I listened with my heart, but I'm not yet sure how to decipher what it means in my mind.
There is a desire for sanctuary hidden within you. That pain you feel. It runs deeper than one sad day, doesn't it?
Bud, you doing okay over there?
I suppose it must. Make it work, make him believe it. Maybe I was too hasty with my vows. Yes, that was most certainly it. Could I blame them for leaving me? It was my fault, wasn't it? Trying to please them without truly understanding them. Trying to please myself without even understanding my own needs.
I doubt it was your fault. That it could be so simple.
We're not doing that great of a job, are we? Elias sighs once more, cupping my hand in his own.
Dearest, you've created a beautiful bouquet. One that comes from the deepest of hearts. I'll treasure the zinnias and their friends forever.
Friendship? Elias, thank you for understanding.
Do you need space to rest?
In a sense, may I be alone for a moment?
Yes, of course. Come find me in the study when you're ready, my love.
He floats out of the greenhouse, phasing through a wall, and my breath returns to me. My heart is pounding in my chest like a cannon.
Alright. Did he buy it?
Taylor, do you think what he said...
Bud? What he said about what? You trailed off.
Is that bouquet what I really want? Friendship and security and safety?
I mean, is it? I don't know what to tell you. I guess they're not bad things to want, especially when you're not interested in marrying a ghost.
Yeah, I guess I don't know what flowers mean now and what they mean forever.
They probably don't mean anything at all.
It is still a bouquet I like. Here. I pull out my phone, snap a picture, and the flowers are there on my screen just as they are in front of me. Have some ghost flowers, Taylor. I threw the picture to him via text.
Holy crap! Man, I bet you'll never get them out of the mansion, unfortunately. I should have tried inventing a containment unit for ectobotany.
You'd never figure that out without spectral plants to test on, you goof.
Hey, never say never. If anyone could do it, I bet it would be us.
My steps feel heavy as I return to the hallway. I wasn't expecting floor arrangements to be that intense.
Hey, are you doing all right now?
Let's investigate the dining room. That vision of Violet, or whoever I just saw now, is really bothering me. I'm staying here to inspect the glass cabinet a little bit more.
Be careful, all right?
I pull myself out of the chair and step towards the cabinet and its books once more. This time nothing seems to appear.
Though, how are you going to explain to Elias that you're basically staying put?
We'll cross that bridge when we get to it. I swing the cabinet door open and shut, investigating it from multiple angles. Then I take out a book to inspect it. The words are nothing but jumbled Old English to me. Man, some of this stuff is illegible.
Too hard to read?
More like too hard to understand. Do people really talk like this?
I don't know. You seem to do a pretty good job of it.
I slot the book back in place and I cough as dust gets in my nose.
You okay there, bud?
Even though this place looks clean, the dust in this cabinet is still very real.
Maybe that was Elias's plan all along. Death by choking on dust.
I roll my eyes.
See anything new?
Not really. I wonder where the kitchen is in this place.
Oh, no. You probably don't want to go into the kitchen even if you're able to find it. Oh, imagine the mildew and rot. Ugh.
You think so? You know, since you love comparing yourself to Egon so much, I bet you love something like that, somewhere covered in mold. Taylor laughs heartily, the sound light in my ears.
Well, if we're comparing each other to Ghostbusters characters, I am the brains of the operation. Egon just makes sense.
I was thinking you're more of a Janine. Your red hair and cute face is much better suited for that role. Taylor makes an odd, barely noticeable noise, then clears his throat.
I knew it. You do think I'm cute.
Anyway, I think I deserve some credit. He may be the planner, but I'm the one about to marry a ghost.
Hey!
I'll smile at that pout in his voice.
I would have joined you, but backup is important. I'm prioritizing the evidence and trying to avoid Elias's suspicions.
I shuffle back and lower myself into one of the chairs at the dinner table. Is that really the reason? Or are you worried you won't be able to hide your insatiable desire to be ravished by a ghost? I pause for a second, smirking. You know, I found that notebook you left in the club room last week, the one filled with lewd fanfiction. Try as you might, you aren't that subtle.
Ah!
His squeals enough to make me stifle a laugh. Taylor clears his throat, his voice lowering.
I have no clue what you're talking about.
I take a deep breath before sighing dramatically. She had me pinned against the wall. Her lips left a trail of fire along my skin as she... I seize, realizing he hasn't tried to stop me. He then speaks, his voice soft and low.
I'm not writing about ghosts.
I raise an eyebrow. Then what are you writing about?
It doesn't matter. And it's not fanfiction. Just get back to the mission.
Huh. Taylor sounds unusually meek right now. Maybe I stepped on a nerve? Hey, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to make you uncomfortable.
It's okay, bud. How are you doing over there with all those visions and everything?
Honestly, it's a lot. It's a lot all at once. But hearing your voice through all of this really keeps me calm. I can almost pick up a smile in his voice as he replies softly.
Good. I'm glad.
I better get going somewhere before I waste too much time. Push my chair back and try to stand up, but the leg catches on my clothes. Uh-oh. Ah!
What's going on?
Are you alright?
Out of nowhere, Elias grabs my hand, his other arm wrapping around my waist as he studies me. Elias, My vision blurs as the scene before me dissipates and molds into something else entirely. I see Elias surrounded by his siblings and father, all of them shouting and jeering. Horrible and terrible things in a mocking tone, making fun of him, calling him weak, a mistake. Grief and guilt fill my heart before I snap back to reality. I'm leaning against the wall, Elias kneeling next to me. He looks exhausted.
I apologize. I should have come for you sooner. Are you alright?
Are you okay? What happened? You suddenly shouted and...
I nod, my heart pounding out of my chest. I'm alright.
I am relieved to hear that.
Oh, thank God.
Elias, did you feel that connection? Elias nods.
If only for a brief moment, yes. I saw a red-headed gentleman smiling at you. Who is that, if I may ask?
Oh, so we had connection. Taylor immediately pops into my mind. A friend. He's a friend. I swear I catch a flash of jealousy across Elias's face, but it dissipates just as quickly as it appears.
I would love to meet your friend.
I would love for you to meet him as well, and I'm sure that he would be excited for the opportunity too. Elias' expression softens as he leads me away from the dining room and into one of the many hallways.
Anyways, my darling, I did come back to find you, as I have finally uncovered my grandmother's recipes. If you can tell me which one you'd like, I will make preparations while you freshen up.
When it comes to the cake, I like to try. I'm gonna try out the flavors. I'll go with Earl Grey again.
An excellent choice. You have the most wonderful taste, my dear. Please, let me handle the remainder. If you wish to rest, please. I encourage you to do so.
Thank you, Elias. I shall take you up on that offer. And then he bows. What exactly did you think about what happened with the flower arrangement?
I got to see some beautiful ghost flowers, I suppose, but Elias might not buy your story anymore. That may be a good thing.
How would it be a good thing?
Easy. Marrying an actual, literal ghost has got to be hazardous to your health. Maybe you can keep it up for a while, but eventually your facade will slip. And then what? The longer you wait, the bigger the heartbreak. He's been waiting so long. The best you'll get is a sad marriage where neither of you actually like each other, but if you bring it up, you just end up losing what you have.
He's related to his own parents' experience.
And at worst, he makes sure you can never leave. I don't want you to be stuck in that mansion, but even if we get nothing from it.
I don't think we'll get nothing out of it. What really worries me is Violet. I don't know what's going on with her. I don't know why she's here, but I want to get away from her if I can.
Can you make it so she doesn't appear? Any rituals or anything?
I think it's up to Elias, not me. It could be that she's a part of his memories.
I'm really starting to not like that guy.
Then there's what happened just now.
When Elias touched you again?
Yeah, part of my outfit got caught by the chair and I nearly tripped, and he caught me just in time. I had another vision. This time I saw his family mocking him. I couldn't really make out what they were all saying, but it definitely wasn't praise.
What concerns me more is that he mentioned seeing me. Was he reading your mind? It almost sounded like you two were exchanging memories.
I have no idea. I'm able to hold his hand without triggering any memories sometimes, but we are both stressed out at the time, so...
I don't like that he's capable of reading your memories, even if this time wasn't intentional. What happens if he finds out that you're faking all of this? Honestly, and I mean it this time, I want you to leave this place. There's something very wrong going on. Nothing we read said anything like this would happen.
Now we have the earrings left. I pick up the earrings. They're delicate but ornate. I sigh softly, taking my time to inspect them closer, but despite my attempts to focus on the jewelry, I hear Taylor's warnings echo in my head over and over. It's actually discomforting not having heard his voice for so long while I'm stuck in this mansion. Should have asked him to come sooner.
Are they not to your liking? If you prefer something else, surely I can...
Oh, that's not it at all. The earrings are gorgeous. I pause, giving Elias a sheepish smile. My act is starting to slip without Taylor's commentary to ground me. I said to stall for time. I need to stall for time. I'm just a touch worried about how safe it is to wear these. The mansion itself is decaying, and if the jewelry has rusted anywhere, it may irritate my skin. Elias chuckles lightly. He motions for me to put on the earrings.
It's entirely safe. I have kept them in a secure location and check on them frequently. You have nothing to fear.
The earrings could be cursed too. Once you put them on, they'll never come off. Or maybe Elias will take over your body. Or at least that's what I think Taylor would say if he heard that. I nearly snorted at the thought, but stopped myself before I do. Well, better not decline Elias's wishes. I clearly slipped them on. Nothing happens. See, Taylor? Perfectly fine. Thank you for allowing me to borrow the earrings, Elias. They must be very precious to you. A slight blush blushes on Elias' cheeks.
Please, do keep them on for our ceremony. And beyond. Once we are wed, everything in my name will be yours.
Everything. Elias really is serious about marrying me. I'm actually going to marry a dead man, aren't I? This isn't a joke. You're far too kind, Elias. Elias smiles back genuinely. I want to scream, but I hold my tongue. I'm too young to get married, damn it.
Shall we make our way outside? Everything is prepared for the ceremony.
Of course. I think I'll settle for screaming inside my brain. I don't know how to answer that, whether I should be sincere or tell him the truth, or continue the charade. Taylor's coming, but Elias is only interested in me. Even if Elias is kind, I don't know what he'll do if his second attempt at marriage fails. This whole night, Taylor has been on edge. I can't really blame him. I'm worried my best friend ever since Taylor entered the picture, and yet... Why am I so worried about Taylor when I'm the one who's probably in more danger?
My love, what's on your mind?
Nothing, I mean... Really, I'm a bad actor in the end. With everything that has happened, is about to happen, I must be feeling the entire range of human emotion right now, my beloved. Nervous, excited, and so full of dread. I can't do this. I can't marry you, Elias. You're very kind, but I've only gotten to know you for one night. That's not nearly enough time for me to declare my eternal, undying love to you. But Taylor, on the other hand, I've known him for years. He's my bestie, even if he's kind of obnoxious.
Hey!
Or an immature pervert.
Come on.
He makes me do a lot of his dirty work. All of his dirty work.
Okay, fine. That part is fair.
Okay. Because at the end of the day, I know Taylor always has my back. We're always looking out for each other. And I think that's what makes a stable foundation for romance. Taylor's jaw drops as a blush spreads across his face while Elias studies the both of us silently. So marrying you like this just to fulfill your wish wouldn't be fair, because I can't give you the love you crave, the love you deserve. I hope you understand and forgive me.
This is nothing like the romances I've read in novels, nor the kind I've seen my parents or even siblings divulge in. It's clumsy, ridiculous even. Why, it's hardly romantic. And yet, those were the most genuine words I've heard from you this entire night. I hold those sentiments quite dear. So this is what true love is.
Hang on. Does that mean you'll actually go out with me?
I'm willing to give it the good old college trust, at least. Elias claps his hands together and brightens up, despite the fact that I just rejected him.
Waste not, want not. I shall officiate your wedding then.
Whoa there, easy now. Are we really doing this? I'm not even ready.
Do you take Taylor Potts to be your lawfully wedded husband? To live together in matrimony? To love him, comfort him, honor and keep him? In sickness and in health, in sorrow and in joy, to have and to hold from this day forward, as long as you both shall live?
Elias really is determined to see some kind of wedding today, so I might as well entertain him. I do.
And do you, Taylor, take them to be your lawfully wedded spouse, to return their affections and so on and so forth?
Taylor scrunches up his face when Elias doesn't repeat the same ceremonial speech for his part of the vows.
Shoot. I guess? Aren't we moving a little fast for...
By the authority vested in me as the final heir to the Gallagher family, I now pronounce you married. You may now kiss.
Taylor looks at me, then at Elias, then back at me, mouth opening and closing like a fish out of water. All Elias does is motion at him to do something. Eventually I sigh and just pull Taylor towards me, smashing my face into his. Elias laughs, claps his hands together, clearly elated by our antics.
Splendid show! Now quickly, follow me to the study.
Elias glides out of the ballroom while I drag Taylor behind me, still sputtering and confused over what just happened. Elias pulls out a paper from the drawer and claps his hands together, causing it to glow with a ghostly light.
Here we are. My will, freshly written. I think you two will be pleased.
Taylor and I scan the document.
I, Elias Gallagher, former head of the Gallagher estate, hereby leave all my material possessions, including the Gallagher family jewels, and the manor itself to the newlywed Potts. The Potts?
The Potts.
Farewell, my dear friends. Please use my family's fortune for your honeymoon, or whatever else you may need it for.
Elias, what are you doing? With a final bow, Elias quickly fades from the room.
So, what do you want to do for our first date?
Hibernate. After a full 24 hours of uninterrupted sleep, Taylor looked up whether my surname actually was legally going to be Potts now. Considering a ghost officiating a wedding, and not even an ordained ghost at all, isn't exactly legally binding, Taylor and I decided to take our relationship slow. No marriage, not yet. Hopefully Elias wasn't going to be too mad about that. After doctoring the will a little bit to fix my last name, we laid claim to the fortunes left in the Gallagher mansion. The family jewels turned out to be worth a hell of a lot of money, enough to pay off both our student debts and then some. Though we got so caught up in trying to figure out how to work with our sudden and unexpected inheritance that we forgot to recruit new members for the club.
It sucks that we lost the OHSIC. But who needs them? We can probably fund our own activities for a while.
That's true. I think we should go easy on the spending for a while, or at least stop buying the name brand orange soda.
What? But the generic store brand just doesn't have the same flavor profile. The recipe is completely different, and the ratios of high fructose corn syrup and...
I kiss him bleeping on the mouth once more to shut him up. Stupid that it works, but he doesn't protest when I pull away with a weary smile. You're a dork.
Yeah, I am.
Ending C for science. So we got to see Taylor and, well, Ellie have a happy ending in the end, which is nice. Overall, yeah, and that is the end of the Groom of Gallagher Mansion. Thank you guys so much for watching this video, and this whole entire series is really enjoyable. Kind of sad in a way, because, I don't know, Elias didn't really get to live, like, when he was alive to his fullest, but overall, all the endings are pretty happy. So, thank you guys so much for watching this video. Bye!